Next on the line is Kinley, who will present their amazing work on bioacoustics. So Kinley, please, the floor is yours.
Great. So my name is Kinley Ragan, and I'm the Field Research Project Manager at the Arizona Center for Nature Conservation, Phoenix Zoo in Arizona in the United States. So today I'm going to share with you a brief summary about our wonderful team's real-time acoustic detection system that's solar-powered, remotely deployed, utilizes mesh-based communications over LoRa, and leverages machine learning. So we work in Central America in southern Costa Rica, specifically in La Amistad International Park, which, like many other conservation parks globally, has high biodiversity, but a small team running everything from research to tourism to security. And not to mention, the terrain in the region makes research and monitoring even more challenging. Our work originally started with a need from the national park to help with anti-poaching efforts by developing real-time gunshot detection acoustic sensors by Dr. Garth Payne at Arizona State University. But the initial success and lessons learned from that project really got us excited for what more we could do in real time. And it came to the solution of looking at other endangered species like the three-wattled bellbird, which officials in the region wanted to track the arrival time patterns of the bellbird and the presence in the forest with relationship to potential climate change impacts. So we designed a node, which is featured here, that listens for three-wattled bellbirds, chestnut-mandibled toucans, and gunshots in the rainforest. And how this system works is we have these nodes here, which we think of as ears, and they're constantly listening for the specific sound that they're trained on. When that sound is detected, they send a packet of information via LoRa long-range radio frequencies to the brain or the gateway, and the gateway then uploads this information via cell service to the cloud. So if we imagine this system now in the forest, a gunshot or a bellbird is heard in the forest, the nearest nodes hear that sound, identify it, and then send a packet of features and location information to the gateway, which the gateway uploads it to the cloud, and we get that detection in real time. So in 2025, we worked with OWL integrations to eliminate topographic barriers in our system, like the mountain and the terrains. So we deployed OWL integrations DuckLink protocol, which allows for a self-healing mesh-based communication network, and nodes can now pass messages through each other to get around difficult terrain and get the signal out in challenging areas. So the bellbird detection can now be passed through multiple devices to get the notification out. So we designed, prototyped, and built out devices over many phases to deploy in the rainforest, and featured here is our most recent deployment's prototype, which you can see we deployed at the top of trees to reduce stealing, to maximize sun availability for solar panels, and also increase the ability to communicate through the dense rainforest and across the challenging terrain. And in January of 2025, we deployed our latest phase of development, which was 9 species nodes along a road that had both bellbirds and poaching concerns, and previously had been impenetrable for communication. And these 9 nodes had a BirdNet-based model for three-wattled bellbird and chestnut-mandibled toucan on them. And here's a side profile of the road to emphasize the topographic challenge, with the reminder that on top of this green line would be dense primary forest. What we found was that with this new DuckLink mesh-based system, every node was reporting out to us across the test period, as seen here by the colorful dots. So that was really exciting. But due to a power-hungry model and a power-hungry Raspberry Pi board, we would have communications go offline during major storms, which was clearly not ideal. So our system did regenerate, though, and would continue reporting messages out afterwards, which was a success. But our ultimate goal is obviously no downtime for the system. And then this is our dashboard where we could see the message IDs coming through, which again was a great success. However, we found that the deployed heavy models were overconfident and were not performing as well as we needed them to. So this brings us to our 2026 improvements. And starting at the bottom, we're keeping our power management, our power management hardware, our data transmission, and also our communication system of the mesh-based DuckLink systems, because those have all proven to be of great success in the rainforest, and we're really happy with their performance. But major changes are coming from our model development, our board selection, and our battery optimization side. So first, we're going back to return to our roots, which is digital signal processing. So Dr. Garth Payne went back and identified key harmonics within the bellbird call and looked at unique vectors of change for the focal sounds. And this graph here is the bellbird call. So this way, digital signal processing is always running. And then if the features meet the requirements or the thresholds for the bellbird call identification, we send that information to the machine learning processor to be fed those extracted like DSP features to analyze the DSP output and then further refine the confidence in our detection. So this new system will significantly improve our detection confidence while also reducing battery power usage because the machine learning will only be activated after it's met the DSP thresholds. So the feature output for our machine learning model will then be sent out via LoRa through our mesh network, and all still will perform in near real time. We've tested this new DSP approach against all common bird calls in the region and also anthropogenic sounds, and have been getting successful results. So with this new identification approach of the DSP with the combination of machine learning, we were then able to do much more rigorous power testing and get weigh-in from leading officials in the board development space. And so we explored many like dual processor boards like Portenta and Nucleo, but are ultimately moving forward with the Teensy 4 board for this July's deployment and employing intensive battery optimization strategies like underclocking and improving sleep mode functions to improve battery performance. So this was our deployment in January of 2025 that we shared in the previous slides. And this is our plan for July of 2026, so just 2 months from now, with a new fleet of species acoustic detectors that's our strongest, most data-informed approach yet. And much like this bird's eye view of La Amistad International Park, there's much greater detail on all of our choices that our team is happy to talk through with others in similar positions. But our goal is to continue ironing out this pathway and then make it more broadly applicable to other ecosystems and species in need. And we're always receptive to ideas, collaborations, feedback, and sharing learned lessons. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you're interested or have any ideas. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Kinley. That's a super great presentation on a super great bird. I invite every people who doesn't know the call of a great bird to just go on YouTube and listen to it. It's pretty crazy.